There's the Canadian flag flying over Ullevi Stadium. When you were a kid, you liked to step on pop cans, and one of those kids grew up to be an architect and built this lovely facility hosting the World Championships. We want to show you how the world record has been chiseled down to 9.85. The Americans have been having a tough time here with injuries, but when it comes to the challenge of Father Time, it's really been up to Uncle Sam. Jim Hines, a speedster from Texas Southern University, was the first star of the 1968 Summer Olympics. His gold medal dash established a world record which would hold up for 15 years. 9.95. It fell at the Olympic Sports Festival in '83, an event staged to help hype Los Angeles. With a following wind and high altitude, one man blew the field away. That was Calvin Smith. Officially, it read 9.93. There were a couple of assaults on his record. Rome, 1987, the edge of an ill-fated legend. Canada's Ben Johnson beats Carl Lewis and breaks the tape quicker than he'd eventually break hearts. A steroid diet trimmed an amazing 1/10 of a second, and our thirst for more was exceeded only by the jubilation and shock which awaited in Seoul. We drag the footage out every year because our eyes won't abandon what our instincts can't resolve. This shadow lingers. And so the stage belonged to Carl Lewis. He's the only man to win the Olympic gold in the 100 twice. Korea credit in 9.92. 9.9 flat became the new obsession of the sprint crowd, and it was arrived at in the summer of '91 in New York City. Leroy Burrell, a shy presence, an explosive gift. Here's what made him tick. The new hot matchup, Lewis versus Burrell. Clubmates and compatriots, products of the ultimate propaganda and well worth the fuss. In the land of the rising sun, the supposedly falling star, he goes 9.86. And finally, we move to where the line in the Mondo has ultimately been drawn. This brings us to Lausanne last year. Leroy Burrell regains his title as the world's fastest human. 9.8.5. As Bob Dylan sang, the times they are a-changing, but not as easily as you'd think. In the 27 years since Jim Hines went 9.95 in Mexico, the marks come down only a 1/10 of a second. Eliminate Johnson, and only 4 men have been faster than any. The question is, who's next? You beat the clock, not just the field, to join this club. Speeding our way toward the final of the men's 100 meters. There's a live shot of Bruni Surin arriving. 9.97, his time coming out of the Canadians. 9.91 of Donovan Bailey's, 4th fastest all time. How do you get to be that quick? Let's go trackside with Jeff Gowan.
As a rule, 100 meters races are won or lost in the last 30 meters. And here next to the bottom of the picture, we see Carl Lewis losing speed less than anybody else, holding his form well and running right through the finish. Everybody else anticipating and losing time by trying the dip finish. Very good win by Carl Lewis. Then Bruni Surin at the top of the picture, Linford Christie at the bottom of the picture. Surin is ahead, glances across, amazed that he is in that position, loses his focus as a result of this, and enables Linford Christie to win the race and stay focused. In the third example, Linford Christie shows raw power, sustained raw power, the result of this being minimal deceleration, and he wins this race handsomely, demonstrating the great value of power to the 100-meter sprinter. And finally, Leroy Burrell, shown by the arrow, setting his world record, running with enormous confidence and as a result great range and relaxation, doesn't anticipate the finish at all by dipping, but sprints right through and remembers that good 100-meter races should be run as 101 meters.
Okay, Jeff, I'm sure Donovan will have that in his mind as we move to the men's sprint. Donovan Bailey, 28-year-old from Oakville, Ontario, quit the sport from 86 to 90 and sold clothes successfully. Now he's back wearing Canada's colors, gunning for gold when we come back to Levy.